Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 21 video. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Kansas City Chiefs with the new addition of Le'Veon Bell, and I don't think he'll do that great on the Chiefs in my personal opinion. Their new rookie, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, is doing absolutely amazing, and I think we're going to keep Le'Veon Bell around for 1 or 2 seasons during this rebuild. But either way, the question I'm raising is, how do the Chiefs have cap room after signing Patrick Mahomes to $500 million deal? I don't know how it's possible, but either way, guys, it is time to jump into this rebuild with the Chiefs. And now, obviously, our quarterback is Patty Mahomes, and we also got Le'Veon Bell, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Damian Williams. We're probably going to trade him. We got Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, who takes up a whole lot of cap, so I'm probably going to trade him. O-line's overall pretty good. We might trade some of them. Travis Kelce's here defensively. D-line is great. The defensive backs aren't that great, but apparently L'Jarius Sneed here is a hidden development, so he might develop into something good. Linebackers are atrocious. Probably going to trade them. Tyrann Mathieu and Juan Thornhill are here as well. So apart from that, guys, let's get to trading most of this team away. Now we're trading Frank Clark and Sammy Watkins. I know you guys are probably screaming at me, but neither of these guys are going to get past an 85 overall, and they take up a bunch of cap. Next, we're trading away a depth defensive end and a left tackle because they both take up, again, way too much cap is my concern, and just more depth players that just take up way too much cap. It's just completely cap situations. If we don't have any, we can't pick up any picks at all. So now here we are with the team after the trades and all of that. No, the O-line definitely looks the same. Defensively, you can tell the D-line has gone down a bit, but it gives the chance for the rookies than the linebacking core, like Willie Gay, to get a chance to develop. So apart from that, let's get to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the Jets. That's kind of ironic, but we are somehow 3-5. You see, whenever I play with the Chiefs, I go 3-5, but whenever somebody else is playing with the Chiefs, they go undefeated. It's just how it works. I know I traded away a lot of players, but I didn't think it would make this much of a difference. And there's no one here that I really want because of age, and Damian Williams I don't want because we already have 2 pretty good halfbacks that can develop into something other than Le'Veon Bell, who I don't know. So apart from that, boys, it is time to jump into the playoffs. Now here we are in the playoffs as we are 9-7 here to face the Baltimore Ravens in the wild card as we apparently take the division in the second half of the season. Patrick Mahomes, amazing season, 8th best offense and the 17th best defense. Patrick Mahomes, 4,100 yards, 32 TDs, and 9 interceptions. Le'Veon Bell, 11 TDs, terrible in yards, not even 1,000 yards. Receiving-wise, Mecole Hardman, 6 yards off from 1,000-yard season. And defensively, Tyrann Mathieu with the most tackles on the team. Tackles for loss, 14 for Chris Jones, and sacks goes to Chris Jones as well. Interceptions is 4 for Tyrann Mathieu. Safeties is 1 for Dorian O'Daniel, and defensive touchdowns is 0. So apart from that, guys, we're actually going to simulate this wildcard round with the Baltimore Ravens. I might hop into the divisional round if we can beat them. Can we do it to move on to the divisional round? We cannot, losing to the Baltimore Ravens 30-14. That is very disappointing. But apart from that, boys, it is time to jump into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Seattle Seahawks beat the Indianapolis Colts in the Super Bowl. We have players to resign such as Le'Veon Bell, who is going to be a big player. And once again, I don't want any of these players here because they're all in like the older section. I just don't need Damian Williams. But maybe Le'Veon Bell, he has regressed 1 overall. He's 29 years old, and yeah, he's regressing. I can't resign someone that's regressing. I know he's the star of this video, but realistically, the Chiefs did sign him to a 1-year deal, and he wants a 4-year deal. So maybe if I can get him for like 2 years, 1 year, and up the salary, would he like that? No, he wants to play for a new team. How much is it to tag you? I'm not going to tag you for that much. It's just, in Madden terms, it's unrealistic to sign him back again with him regressing. And we have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who is an 80 overall already. So he's going to be our starter. So this is the team before we get into free agency, as Willie Gay and Dorian O'Daniel both have star development now. So that's very, very cool. And Willie Gay, in the progression history, hold up. Dorian O'Daniel, it does say he got plus star dev, and Willie Gay, I'm pretty sure he had normal dev before. Yeah, he got star dev. So that's pretty good. I'm very glad I traded away those other linebackers, and now I have these ones. So after free agency, this is what the team looks like, as nothing really happened as the players left, and I couldn't get Le'Veon Bell back in free agency. I wanted to get him back on a 1-year deal, but we got Desmond King here with mid-zone KO and pick artists as well. So everything else other than that is kind of the same. So apart from that, boys, it is time to jump into the draft. So here we are in the draft as we're picking up a defensive end. Hopefully he can develop more than just normal development, but he is a 76 overall. Next, we're picking up a wide receiver, 75 overall normal development. He is very, very fast, so he will fill in for Sammy Watkins. Now we're picking up a left outside linebacker, 76 overall normal development. It was kind of glitchy there. I don't know what was up with that in the recording, but either way, we picked him up. Now we're picking up another defensive end, 70 overall hidden development, as our D-line is becoming better and better as we go. And this is the team after the draft, as our offensive line is definitely progressively worse, but we did get that receiver, and I moved that outside linebacker into inside linebacker since he was a run stuffer archetype. So our linebacking core is complete, and our D-line I feel pretty good about. So apart from that, boys, if I can actually click on midseason mark, we're going to jump into the midseason mark. Here we are on the midseason mark, coming off a loss of the Broncos. What? That seems weird. 4-4, and the Broncos are leading the division. But you see, whenever I rebuild the Broncos, we go 1-6. Okay, knowledge, guys. But Tyrann Mathieu is here, 94 overall superstar X Factor. We obviously want him back, and he wants more money. Mitchell Schwartz is here, and we obviously need him back as well. 3-year deal, and he wants more money as well. And Derek Kanadi is here as well, and we need him back. And everybody just wants to be greedy. None of them re-signed. All of you guys just want more money. This is why the Chiefs are in a cap situation. But Dorian O'Daniel is here. Hopefully he can work with me, and he does re-sign. See, the low overall guys aren't as greedy. I like that about Dorian O'Daniel. So hopefully we can do something more with him. So let's get into the playoffs. And here we are in the playoffs, missing the playoffs, coming off a win to the football team. And we finished third in the division at 8-8, which doesn't make any sense at all. Patrick Mahomes had another great season, 17th best offense, and the worst defense in the NFL, which makes no sense at all. Patrick Mahomes, 4,200 yards, 36 TDs, and 7 interceptions. Clyde Edwards-Helaire did terrible. He didn't do good at all. That's not how it would be in real life. But Tyreek Hill had a great season. Defensively, Desmond King had the most tackles on the team. Most tackles for a loss is 17 for Chris Jones. Most sacks is 8.5 for Chris Jones. Interceptions is 8 for Tyrann Mathieu, and 8 for Tyrann Mathieu. I just realized that 8, that's a lot. Tyrann Mathieu had a lot of interceptions. 8, I didn't even realize that till now. But apart from that, guys, it is time to jump into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Chargers win the Super Bowl, and we need to re-sign Honey Badger after an 8 interception season. That's insane. Every other game he would get a pick. That's huge. Definitely want to re-sign him, and he re-signs with the team. Mitchell Schwartz is here, as I need to up his salary just like everyone else, and he re-signs with the team, and I need to get Derek Kanadi back on the team as well, and he also re-signs. Derek Kanadi is back, and all 3 players are back. All 3 players that I did want are now back, and we need to look into the team. As offensively, I don't see any developments changing, and defensively, our rookie defensive end, Greg Battle, has superstar development with extra credit as a superstar ability. And look at that, Larry Barnett apparently got a dev up during the offseason, so that's pretty cool. And our middle linebacker, who is an outside linebacker, has Avalanche and no outsiders. Superstar X Factor, that's amazing. Dorian O'Daniel now went at the superstar dev, and his ability is mid-zone KO. So that's very, very good. Honey Badger, I can't express enough how he had a great season, but let's get into free agency. So here we are in free agency as we ended up picking up Devontae Adams. And I know I shouldn't be spending my money on receivers because we already have receivers, and I should be spending it on O-line, but there wasn't a lot of O-line in free agency. So we also picked up Harrison Smith, and I moved Juan Thornhill down to defensive back. So defense is completely stacked. We just need them to develop. All I'm asking is they just need to develop. So let's jump into the draft. And we're picking up a right guard, 73 overall normal development. Someone that we desperately need is a lineman or a right guard, either way. Now we're picking up a center, 75 overall normal development. I might move him to guard just depending on what we do. Now we're picking up another center, 73 overall normal development. I'm probably going to move this guy to left guard so that way our O-line can improve just a bit. this is what the team looks like after the draft, as our O-line has improved tremendously. Hopefully these guys can develop really, really well. And defensively, apparently CPU picked up this middle linebacker or outside linebacker, because I definitely didn't draft him. But apart from that, guys, this team looks pretty good to me. So apart from that, guys, it is time to jump into the midseason mark. Now, here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a bye week, and we are 5-2 at the midseason mark, and we are also second in the division behind the Denver Broncos. We have players to resign here, such as Tyreek Hill and Mecole Hardman. Gonna want them both back, obviously, and Tyreek Hill wants a huge contract, and he wants more money, but Mecole Hardman is here, and I'm gonna try to resign him as well. And he wants a lot of money as well, and he resigns. Juan Thornhill is here, and we don't have the money to resign him, but I'll see what I can do about franchise tagging him at the end of the season. So there's no one else here that I can obviously have, and I don't really have interest for anyone else here other than Juan Thornhill and Tyreek Hill. So apart from that, boys, it is time to jump into the playoffs. And here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the Las Vegas Raiders, as we finished 13-3 with a first round bye. Patrick Mahomes had an amazing season. Show me MVP. Who is Jack Bush? Who the hell is Jack Bush? We got second place. That's so lame. Who the hell is Jack Bush? Nobody knows. But the third best offense, may I see the defense, please? Fourth best defense. That's what I'm talking about. 4,400 yards, 42 TDs, and 7 interceptions. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, not very good in touchdowns, but good in yards. Tyreek Hill went off this season. Travis Kelce had 11 touchdowns. Defensively, Juan Thornhill with the most tackles on team. Most tackles for a loss goes to 13 for Chris Jones. Most sacks, 13 for Larry Barnett. Amazing season. Interceptions, 3 for Dorian O'Daniel. And safeties is 1 for Duron Rhodes. And defensive touchdowns is 0. So overall, not a bad season. Pretty good in my opinion. So let's jump into this divisional round to see who we are going to be playing in this divisional round, obviously. But anyways, guys, if you guys are enjoying this series and you guys are still watching, make sure you guys drop a like and comment down below that you have made it this far. And we are here to face the Steelers in the divisional round, as I'm simulating to the AFC Championship to see if we can move on. And we do, as we are here to face the 10-6 Baltimore Ravens, as we beat the Steelers 21-10. So I'm going to hop in here to see if we can beat the Baltimore Ravens. Now we are facing my team. I am a Baltimore Ravens fan. I absolutely love them. Mainly love them because of Ray Rice, so don't you call me a bandwagon. But we are here as we are losing 34-31. 1 minute left in the game, and we choke it. I think that's going to be it. Yep, 34-31 as we lose in the AFC Championship to the Baltimore Ravens. But apart from that, guys, let's jump into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Baltimore Ravens beat the Los Angeles Rams in the Super Bowl. And we have players to resign, such as Tyreek Hill and Juan Thornhill. So that's definitely a big thing here. Now, I'm going to try and resign Juan Thornhill real quick and then try to franchise tag Tyreek Hill. I mean, we'll be screwed on cap, but it's okay because we're going into our final season. And he's going to try out free agency, but I'm not going to try and tag him just yet. I'm going to resign Tyreek Hill first. And he resigns. Now I'm going to franchise tag Juan Thornhill if there's nobody else here, which there isn't. So I'm going to tag Juan Thornhill. We're going to be completely screwed on cap, but that is okay. We're also going to jump into free agency. So here we are in free agency. We don't really have a lot of cap room, and I forgot to show you guys the team anyways before we left to see if there's any development upgrades. But from the looks of it, offense looks the same. The offensive line has actually improved a lot. But defensively, Larry Barnett now has superstar development with Unfakeable. Not very good as a defensive end. And Willie Gay has superstar development with Pick Artist. And everyone else here looks the same to me, as Honey Badger's back. And I moved Juan Thornhill back to free safety because Harrison Smith did retire only after 1 year playing with us. So that's pretty sad. But apart from that, guys, let's jump into the draft. And here we are on the draft, picking up a left tackle, 72 overall, normal development. I'm probably going to move him to right tackle and let Mitchell Schwartz start at left tackle instead. Now here we are after the draft, as that left tackle is actually going to be benched because I already have a pretty good right tackle. So apart from that, everything on this team looks great. We just need to perform. I changed the playbooks. I changed some schemes to make sure we could win. But apart from that, guys, it is time to jump into the midseason mark. And here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the Los Angeles Chargers. And we are 5-3 at the midseason mark, second in the division below the 5-2 Los Angeles Chargers, and we have players to resign, but just like every year in the final year of the fourth year, or whatever you want to call it, we do not need to resign them because it is the final year. So let's jump into the playoffs. And here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the Browns as we finished 12-4 here to face the 9-7 Chargers in the not divisional, but the wild card round. Patrick Mahomes, another great year, 11th best offense and the 10th best defense. As Patrick Mahomes, 4,200 yards, 37 TDs, and 10 interceptions rushing. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, great yards, terrible in touchdowns. Travis Kelce had a great year with 11 touchdowns. And defensively, L'Jarius Sneed with the most tackles on the team, most tackles for a loss, 12 for Larry Barnett, most sacks, 7.5 for Chris Jones, most interceptions, 3 for Tyrann Mathieu, most safeties, 0, defensive touchdowns, 0. So apart from that, guys, I would say that it is time to simulate this wild card round against the Los Angeles Chargers to see who we're going to be playing in the divisional round, and that team will be the Buffalo Bills, as they are 9-7 and we are 12-4 as we beat the Los Angeles Chargers in the wild card round. So apart from that, guys, it is time to jump into this matchup against the Bills. So now here we are against the Bills as the score is 10-7 against the Bills as we are in the third quarter. Now it is 10-10, of course. Now we're entering the fourth quarter as it is 13-10 against the Bills. Red zone alerts and it's 20-10 against the Bills. Almost 2 minutes left, 13-20 as the Bills have no more timeouts and they're driving down the field and it's 20-20. I'm going to hop in here and we beat the Bills as the score is... what is it? Again, I forgot. 22-23 against the Bills. And here we are to face the Baltimore Ravens in the conference championship. And we have lost to the Baltimore Ravens 3 times in this. And the Baltimore Ravens are 14-2. So let's jump into this matchup. And here we are against the Ravens as it is the fourth quarter, as it is 35-21 against the Ravens. Now 42-21 as we continue to pound them in the ground. 42-28 is your final score against the Baltimore Ravens. And here we are in the Super Bowl as we are facing the 8-8 Seattle Seahawks, as this is what the team looks like. And offensively, it looks like we stayed the same. And defensively, Dorian O'Daniel now has superstar X Factor. Very, very good progressive player. Was shut down as his ability. So very, very impressed by this team. And this honestly took a lot longer than I thought to get to the Super Bowl. But either way, we're here. And now here we are against the Seattle Seahawks as it is 16-20 as they're putting up a fight. We are in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes left as it is 27-16, now 34-16, now 23-34. High scoring fourth quarter game. Less than 1 minute left in the game. Now 23-41 and 23-41 is your final score against the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl as Russell Wilson once again loses another one. But either way, guys, we finally won a Super Bowl. It took a lot longer than I thought, but we did it. And now your Super Bowl MVP is Patrick Mahomes with 301 yards, 4 TDs, and 2 interceptions, 76.3% completion rates. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I know I did. With Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, and Le'Veon Bell was only around for 1 season. I know he's on the thumbnail. But either way, guys, I'm very, very impressed with this team. We had to make some Madden-like moves. I know some of you guys didn't like Frank Clark or Sammy Watkins going, but they weren't going to progress past much at all. They weren't going to reach much potential in this rebuild. But anyways, guys, once again, hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next one.